Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to extract some really potent insights from our sources on something deeply personal, but maybe surprisingly strategic: romantic relationships.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Forget the whole love is a lottery idea for a second.
Right. We're exploring how thinking a bit like an entrepreneur when it comes to choosing a partner can, well, potentially build not just lasting relationships, but, truly fulfilling strategic partnerships.
Strategic partnerships. That phrasing alone might raise some eyebrows.
I bet. Okay, let's unpack this then. There's this really eye-opening finding from Harvard research. It suggests people who approach dating with a mindset kind of like business development.
Hmm.
They're, get this, 73% more likely to find lasting relationships.
73%. That's significant.
It really is. And I know that probably sounds incredibly unromantic to some of you listening, like really calculating.
Where's magic, right?
Exactly. But just pause for a moment and think about the cost, the sheer cost of leaving your romantic life completely up to chance.
Oh, yeah. It's not just about bad dates.
No. We're talking like the average American spending almost $2,000 a year just on dating, $1,986 to be precise,
Wow. Annually.
annually. And if things, don't work out long term, the average divorce, that could set you back around $15,000.
15,000. Ouch. Yeah.
That's not just money, it's years of emotional energy. Missed opportunities, maybe. The mental exhaustion.
Yeah.
It really highlights the stakes, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The emotional and, well, opportunity cost can be massive.
But look at the flip side. It's just as dramatic. Happy, healthy marriages. They're linked to 23% higher income on average,
Okay.
significantly better health outcomes too, and just a much higher level of overall life satisfaction.
So it's foundational.
Yeah.
Your romantic life isn't just like a separate box.
Totally. It's arguably the bedrock. Makes everything else feel more possible or maybe more difficult.
Right.
So to make this feel a bit more real, less abstract, let me tell you about Sarah. She's a 29-year-old marketing manager from Austin. And Sarah, she was, smart, successful, attractive, had it all going on paper.
Right, the classic profile.
Exactly. But for 2 solid years, she was just stuck in this frustrating cycle of short relationships. They'd start great, lots of promise, and then just fizzle out.
Sounds familiar.
So familiar, right? She was doing what most of us do, meeting people through apps, friends, feeling that initial chemistry, that spark.
And just hoping it develops into something real.
Yeah, just hoping. But she kept hitting the same walls.
Yeah.
You realizing months down the line that their core life goals were totally different.
Oh, that's tough. Months in.
Or getting ghosted. Or just pouring all this emotional energy into people who, looking back, were just clearly not right for what she actually wanted long term.
Treating it like a lottery, basically.
That's exactly how she put it, like buying a lottery ticket and crossing your fingers. No strategy. And then she had what she called her radical thought.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
What if she applied the systematic approaches, the stuff she was learning about from Harvard Business School research on strategic partnerships? What if she applied that to her dating life?
Bringing the business brain to the romance game. And what's fascinating here is how much actual data, empirical data, backs up Sarah's radical thought.
Really? Like actual studies?
Oh, yeah. Harvard professor Arthur Brooks, he's done decades of research for what he calls the happiness files. And he consistently finds that people who apply this kind of entrepreneurial thinking to big life decisions, they get what he calls outsized rewards.
Outsized rewards.
Yeah.
Like the sound of that.
And guess where this applies most powerfully? Relationships. He sees that the most enduring, most fulfilling marriages, often they're the ones where partner selection was, well, approached with a similar kind of rigor you'd use to pick a key business partner.
Okay, hold on. A systematic approach intensifies romance.
Okay.
That feels backward. How does the research explain that? It seems so counterintuitive.
It does feel counterintuitive, I get it, but it's profound. The research suggests that while that initial spark is exciting, right, it can often mask some pretty fundamental incompatibilities.
Like papering over the cracks.
Exactly. So when you actively choose a partner based on deep, conscious compatibility across these really crucial areas, not just that fleeting chemistry, you're building the relationship on this incredibly stable, resilient foundation.
Okay.
It's not about killing romance. It's about giving it the fertile ground it needs to actually deepen and grow over decades. And the numbers back it up. couples using these systematic approaches, they reported 67% higher relationship satisfaction after 5 years compared to those who just relied on the spark and hoped for the best.
67% higher satisfaction. Wow. Okay, so if we want to move beyond just hoping, how do we actually
Yeah.
do this? How do we operationalize it? Is there a framework?
There is. It emerged from the research, kind of a practical application.
Let's dive into it then. The relationship ROI system sounds intense, but it's basically your strategic blueprint for dating. Transforms it into partnership building. 4 phases.
Okay, lay them out.
Phase 1, market research. Think like an entrepreneur researching their market before launching anything.
Well, know your field.
Exactly. For you, this means going beyond assumptions, beyond the rom-com fantasies, and understanding what actually makes relationships work long-term, based on science.
So what does the science say? What are the key factors?
Harvard's longitudinal studies point to 5 core compatibilities. These are essential for long-term success. Ready?
Yeah.
1, life vision alignment. Do you genuinely want similar things in the future? Big picture stuff.
My friends.
2, communication style compatibility. Can you argue productively? Resolve conflict without tearing each other down? Can you feel supported?
Crucial. Absolutely crucial.
3, values alignment. Do you prioritize similar things? Family, growth, community, money approach, the core stuff.
The non-negotiables.
4, lifestyle compatibility. How do your daily lives mesh? Routines, social needs. Do they complement each other or constantly clash?
Yeah, the day-to-day reality.
And 5, emotional maturity match. Are you both roughly at the same developmental stage? Self-awareness, handling stress, emotional regulation.
Being on the same page emotionally. Got it.
Now, notice what's not the main focus here. Physical attraction, shared hobbies, even that initial chemistry burst.
Important, sure, but not the core predictors.
Exactly. Important for connection, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But they are not the things research shows predict long-term success, which leads right into the next phase.
Which is phase 2, product development. And this flips another common idea on its head.
How so?
Well, the common mistake is trying to be, generally attractive, trying to appeal to everyone, focusing on surface things that might get you dates, but not necessarily the right dates for a real aligned partnership.
Okay, so it's not about broad appeal.
No. The reframe is work on yourself to become the kind of person your specific ideal long-term partner would genuinely want to build a life with.
Right. Like with Sarah, she wanted someone ambitious, emotionally intelligent, family-oriented.
Mm-hmm.
So she had to ask herself, honestly, am I the kind of person that specific type of guy would choose for the long haul?
That's a tough question to ask yourself.
It is. But it led her to therapy, to actively work on her communication and really clarify her own life vision first. It was about becoming her best self, specifically for the kind of partnership she wanted.
Becoming the product your ideal customer wants, essentially.
Kind of. Which brings us to phase 3, customer acquisition strategy. This is where you ditch the random swiping and hoping.
Okay. Less luck, more intention.
Exactly. Systematic dating with purpose. You intentionally put yourself in environments where compatible people who align with those 5 core compatibilities are actually likely to be.
So fish where the fish are.
Pretty much. For Sarah, she figured her ideal partner might be into professional development or fitness or maybe community service.
Right. Values in action.
So she joined a young professionals group, started rock climbing, started volunteering at a local literacy nonprofit. She wasn't just waiting. She was actively, strategically looking in the right places.
Creating opportunities for compatible encounters.
Yep. And finally, phase 4, retention and partnership building. So you meet someone who seems promising, who might fit the criteria.
Oh, what?
Now the focus shifts. You systematically evaluate compatibility using those 5 points, while also genuinely building a connection. It's not a checklist interview.
No, please no.
No. But it is about being intentional, deepening the relationships that show real potential for that strategic partnership, and importantly, respectfully ending the ones that don't.
Clarity and kindness. Okay, so that's the system. How did it actually work for Sarah? You mentioned the literacy nonprofit.
Right. So after about 3 months of that product development work, therapy, values clarification, communication skills, she started the customer acquisition, actively going to these places. And it was at the literacy nonprofit she met David, software engineer. Spent his Saturday mornings reading to kids.
Okay, right away, that signals something. Shared values.
Big time. Education, community, comfort with kids, check some boxes immediately. But Sarah didn't just dive in headfirst based on that.
She used the system.
She did. First month or so, she subtly focused on life vision alignment. just through natural conversation.
Uh-huh.
Found out he also wanted to travel, wanted kids eventually, was working towards financial independence. Check, check. Aligned with her vision.
Good start.
Second month, she paid attention to their communication patterns. How do they handle little disagreements? Choosing a restaurant, planning something. Was he supportive when she was stressed about work? Or did he just try to fix it?
Observing the dynamics in real time.
Exactly. And she saw productive, supportive communication, building trust. Then, the third month, she's evaluating values and lifestyle.
The day-to-day stuff again.
Yep. He clearly valued family, growth, work-life balance, like her. And his social style? Meeting some quiet time, some social time, it just complemented hers really well.
It meshed.
It meshed. And here's the key thing. Because she'd been systematic, assessing compatibility from the start, she felt confident deepening the emotional intimacy. It wasn't just wishful thinking.
Less anxiety, more certainty.
Precisely. The outcome. Exclusive after 4 months. Moved in together after 14 months. Engaged after 2 years.
Wow. A clear progression.
And now, 3 years married, she calls it the best business decision she ever made. Her words.
That's quite the testimonial for the system.
It really is. So we've seen Sarah's story, but let's zoom out. Beyond finding the one, what's the broader practical upside here? What's the actual ROI beyond the emotional win?
Well, the practical advantages are huge, and they ripple outwards. It's not just saving time and money, though it definitely does that. It fundamentally shifts the quality of your emotional experience during the dating process. Think about it. That clarity you get from systematic evaluation, it lets you invest emotionally without that constant nagging fear. Is this worth it? Are we even aligned?
Reduces the guesswork and anxiety.
Exactly. You build emotional resilience and trust much earlier. Plus, the time ROI. Sarah spent maybe 6 hours a week on strategic, life-improving stuff, fitness, volunteering, networking, which also happened to be her dating strategy. Compare that to her friends spending 90 minutes a day swiping on apps with less success.
That's the stark contrast.
Yeah.
And the financial.
Financial ROI is clear, too. You're investing in activities that align with your values, build your life, and attract the right people, not just dropping cash on random, potentially dead-end dates.
Makes sense. And emotionally.
Huge emotional ROI.
Yeah.
Replacing that roller coaster of uncertainty with clarity, with confidence. And maybe the biggest is opportunity cost. While others might spend years cycling through misaligned relationships.
You're building one strategic partnership that actually helps you achieve other goals faster.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Which connects to the bigger picture. A great romantic partnership is genuinely a business asset. I know that sounds cold, but think about it.
Okay. Yeah.
When you have that foundation of trust, alignment, mutual support, everything else gets easier. You make better financial decisions together. You can take smarter career risks because you have that safety net, that support. Your health often improves. Your confidence grows because someone truly believes in you.
So the right partnership doesn't distract, it accelerates.
It actively accelerates your other goals. It's a force multiplier.
Okay, I can almost hear some listeners now thinking, all right, sounds logical, maybe even efficient, but still kind of cold. What about the romance? The spark? Does this kill it? Is the research saying ignore chemistry?
No, not at all. It's actually the opposite. What the research finds is that romance, spontaneity, that magic, it doesn't vanish. It actually becomes more profound, more enduring, because it's built on that solid foundation of real compatibility.
So it's like the foundation allows the romance to be stronger, not weaker.
Exactly. It's the difference between a firework bright, exciting, but gone fast, and a hearth fire that warms you consistently for a lifetime. Real intimacy flourishes when you feel truly seen, understood, aligned on that deep level. That's where a resilient, deep romance comes from. It lets chemistry develop and deepen with people who are actually right for you long term.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about the objection that this just takes too long or that it's overthinking love? I mean, we already overthink dating so much.
Right. But paradoxically, the system actually saves time and reduces the anxious kind of overthinking. Remember, Sarah found her partner engaged in 2 years, her friends using the luck method, still dating years later, which is truly faster.
Good point.
And the overthinking. Most people are already agonizing over every text, every date ambiguity, where is this going, questions, often from a place of deep uncertainty.
Totally. That's exhausting.
By giving you clarity on compatibility early on, it eliminates that anxious, unproductive churn. It replaces it with intentional, confident decision-making. Less second-guessing, more knowing.
Okay, sold. If you're listening and thinking, I want to try this, how do you actually start? How do you implement this relationship ROI system? Like, starting this week?
Let's break it down into actionable steps.
Perfect. So weeks 1 to 2, market research phase. What's the homework?
First, list the 5 absolute most important qualities you need, not just want in a long-term partner. Get really clear on your non-negotiables.
Okay. Needs, not wants.
Second, actually do some research. Read articles, maybe listen to podcasts like this one about what really makes relationships last beyond just common assumptions.
Dig into the data a bit.
Third, talk to people. Interview maybe 3 couples you genuinely admire. Ask them how they knew they were compatible, what they looked for.
Get some real-world intel.
And fourth, be honest with yourself. Look at your own past relationship patterns. What hasn't worked? Why?
Okay, that's weeks 1 and 2. Then weeks 3, 4. Product development phase. Time for that self-assessment.
Ask yourself, am I currently the kind of person my ideal partner is looking for? Be brutally honest.
Oof.
Identify maybe 2 or 3 specific areas where you could genuinely improve as a partner. Not just generally, but for the kind of relationship you want.
Like Sarah did with communication.
Exactly. Then actually start working on those areas. Therapy, a communication course, a lifestyle change that aligns with your goals. Take action. And crucially, clarify your own life vision and what you really want in a relationship.
Get your own house in order first. Makes sense. Then weeks 5, 8. Now it's weeks 5, 8. Customer acquisition strategy. Time to get out there strategically.
Identify 3 to 5 specific environments, activities, places where your ideal, compatible partner is likely to be found, based on your values and interests.
Like Sarah's volunteering.
Yep. Then commit to actually going to those places, joining those activities, things that genuinely interest you too.
Focus on connection first.
Right. Focus on building genuine connections, shared interests, not just immediate dating pressure. And practice. Practice that compatibility evaluation framework mentally with people you meet, even casually. Just sharpen your observation skills.
Okay. Observing, connecting. Then week 9 onwards.
Yeah.
Week 9 plus partnership building. Now you're meeting people. Maybe someone shows potential.
Systematically evaluate their compatibility against your core criteria. Don't ignore red flags just because there's chemistry.
Be direct.
Be direct and clear appropriately about your intentions and general timeline for a serious relationship. No games.
And only deepen things with the right people.
Move towards deeper commitment only with people who consistently meet your core compatibility criteria. Build that intimacy on a solid, confident foundation of proven compatibility, not just hope.
Got it. And just to reiterate, this isn't about finding some mythical perfect person, right?
Absolutely not. Nobody's perfect. It's about finding someone who is genuinely compatible with your actual life, your authentic self, your core values, not some fantasy ideal.
Yeah.
Real compatibility with a real person.
That's a great clarification.
You know, this raises an important question. How do really successful entrepreneurs choose their business partners? Well, they definitely don't just go with whoever they clicked with over coffee, right? They look meticulously, complementary skills. Aligned vision for the company's future, compatible work styles, proven reliability, character, mutual respect, deep trust.
Yeah, it's a very deliberate process. High stakes.
Exactly. They seek balance and alignment because they know this partnership is fundamental to their success, their whole professional journey.
And the point is, your romantic relationship is arguably the most important partnership you'll ever form.
Without a doubt.
This one person. They influence your money, your career moves, your health, your social world, maybe how you raise kids. It touches nearly every major decision.
Every facet of your life.
So wouldn't it make sense then to choose this partner with at least as much care, as much intention, as much strategy as you choose a crucial business partner?
It seems logical when you put it that way, doesn't it? And the couples who do approach it like building a strategic partnership, they don't just find love. They build these incredible partnerships that actually compound success and fulfillment across their entire lives.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway? Maybe a final provocative thought for everyone listening.
I think it comes down to this. If true, lasting, deep romance is actually built on this foundation of profound, intentional compatibility, then maybe the approach that seems the most unromantic or systematic on the surface is actually the most direct path to finding and nurturing an extraordinary, lasting love.
Wow. Flip the script entirely. The unromantic way is the most romantic in the long run.
Potentially.
Your life is your startup. Your relationship is your most vital strategic partnership. Leaving that to chance, it's leaving so much potential, so much happiness just on the table.
You know, research is clear. Being intentional, systematic about these huge life decisions, especially this one, it creates those outsized rewards we talked about. It's about architecting a life, not just stumbling into a date.
Fantastic insights. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. We really hope this encourages you, everyone listening, to think a bit differently about maybe the most important choice you'll ever make. Until next time, keep digging deeper.
Thank you for watching the special edition of Love is the Ultimate Business Decision on the Daily Peace Protocol channel. See you in the next episode.